During this video segment, I will go over the reviewer tools within the staff evaluations tool. When you log into Curriculum Track, you'll need to go to the app picker, go to staff evaluations, and it'll bring you to this area. So if I go to the reviewer tools, I can choose any staff members that I want to view or work on their evaluations. So in this particular case, I'm going to work with this teacher right here. Who is it again? Carson Deed, the way it looks. And it looks like he hasn't done his self-evaluation yet. I'd kind of like for him to do that first, but if he had, I could view those. For instance, here's a self-evaluation that was completed, and I can click on that if I want to view what he put in. I can see, for instance, that he believes that he meets this criteria, partially meets here, and so forth, using whatever rubric your school has. He can also upload evidence. Looks like he uploaded a PDF document here, and it looks like he uploaded, it looks like a lesson plan. And that comes directly out of Curriculum Track. We'll show you a little bit later how you can do that. So let's click back to return. And so it looks like I started an evaluation for this staff member back on January 25, but I'm going to go ahead and continue. It doesn't look like I got very far. So for each of the standards, I can specify if they meet or exceed and so forth using the rubric. So again, this school is using a 4-point rubric, and so I can work my way through the process all the way down. I can also add evidence. So for instance, if I wanted to upload or add an attachment, I can do that. Those attachments can be uploaded files, where I can choose and find a file on my computer and upload it. It could be a website link, so if there's a particular URL I'd want to go to. It can load from Google Drive, so if you have a Google Doc that you want to attach. It can be a page with text, so this could be something where you could maybe even put in some comments about that particular field if you wanted to. You can attach to that a particular unit. So for instance, if I want to choose a particular unit, I can do that. It looks like science is what I really wanted there. And we'll just go to Science 6. I can pull in a unit and I can save that. Or it could be a lesson from the lesson planner. So it can be any one of those. The lesson planner, lessons, and the units themselves are probably going to be more something that teachers will do through their evaluations, but you can do that as well. And as I said, if you want to give examples of things or want to leave comments, again, uploaded file, website link, Google Drive, could be just where you put in your own narrative, or you can link to a pre-existing unit or lesson plan that is in Curriculum Track already. So let's go back to the evaluation, and I can keep working my way down. And by the way, there's what I just uploaded, and I can add more than one if I wanted to. If I wanted to stop for whatever reason, because I got interrupted, I want to come back to this later, I can click Save Progress. And so notice that I believe this is the one that I was working on. I can continue on with that because it wasn't completed. Yes, that is the one. And so I can keep working through here, putting in all my rubric values and so forth. Just for time's sake, I'm going to pause the video and fill this out. So I have those filled out, and this is where then I can type in my commendations or recommendations. You might have different fields in your school because this too is completely customizable. This is, you are doing a great job with this and that. So I can type in whatever those might be. I recommend that you do this. And so you can type those in. Here, I'll do this before the spell checker catches it. And then I can go ahead and put in my digital signature. So I'm going to put in my digital signature as well as my comments. If there are any comments, you don't need to. Again, if you click Save Progress, it'll allow you to come back. If you click Save and Post with my digital signature, that will tell the staff member, and I believe they'll get an email that will say that this was just done. They can view what you put in and they can sign off on it as well. So let's go ahead and click our save and post, and it'll bring me back to here. And now notice it tells me that that was submitted. I think this is the one that I did. It's waiting on Carson Deed's signature is kind of the next step in the process. So those are the reviewer tools. This is where I can choose any of my staff members, and however many evaluations you might have. This particular school had, looks like has 3 of them, one for each trimester as well as a summative. Fairly common in schools is a fall and a spring with a summative, and you can work your way through that. I should show the summative as well in this video. So if I wanted to work on our summative assessment for this year, what it does is it shows me the formative assessment. Remember, we had 2 of them. So it shows that this teacher had a 3 and a 3, a 3 and a 2, and so forth. And so I can see all those to give a final domain assessment value. So as I look at these, I would say that this teacher meets our expectations, a little high in some, a little low on others, and I can put in my comments. So again, at the summative level, we're going to be assessing them at the domain level rather than at the standard level. So I just work my way down, and again, I can do some comments at the end. Oops, I forgot number 3. We're just going to say that they're meeting at each of these levels. Hopefully you spend a little more time on it than what I am here. You can see the fall and spring for each of those items as well. These would be my final summative comments. And again, put in my signature with a date and submit, and that one is completed. That's how the summative assessments are actually completed. More at the domain level by looking at how they did in the formative assessments at the standard level. This now concludes this video segment on these reviewer tools.